Hey everybody, we're going to cover the driving test faults that happen in the UK driving test. So there's different types of driving faults. Let's start off with the most serious one, the dangerous one, which is an instant fail on the driving test. So if the examiner has to grab the steering wheel to avoid you hitting someone, which is going to be dangerous for them and for you, that's what they're going to have to do. At that point, you're going to get a dangerous fault. If they have to use the brakes to stop you from driving into something, dangerous fault, because they're having to react to something that could potentially hurt you and hurt people around you. So it's classed as a dangerous at that point. A serious fault is when you've done something wrong, and even though no one's around, no one's been affected, it's wrong. It's highway code rules you're breaking. And a good example is you've come to a stop sign, and as you come to it, it's completely clear you've not stopped and you just carry on going. Serious fault. No one's been affected, but you're breaking highway code rules. So technically you broke the rules, and it's there for a reason, because it's probably a dangerous junction. And even though you think you're safe, you've took a risk because you think it's clear, but you've not actually given effective observations. So they've failed you for road signs. Serious fault at that point. Another example would be you're on a roundabout going ahead, and even though you're in the left lane and you're going to go ahead, you drift across to the right lane, and then you come back to the left lane on the roundabout. No one's around. It's a serious fault for lane discipline. If someone was next to you, the examiner's going to have to grab the wheel. It becomes a dangerous fault, doesn't it? Because bringing you back to your lane to avoid hitting them. And then minor faults is when you're making little mistakes that are not going to affect anyone, but it's not going to affect them to the point where it's going to seriously hurt anyone. And it'll be like, just say for instance, you're about to pull off and you stall the car. So it's classed as a fault, and it'll be a control fault moving off. Or you're pulling over and people are around who are coming towards you, and you don't signal to them that you're pulling over. It's a signalling fault. So you're not going to affect them, so he's fine. But if someone's behind you, this is where you've got to be wise about things. And the examiner says, you pull over on the left there, someone's behind you, and you don't signal to pull over, and you slow down and stop, and that car behind you, even though they see you slowing down, they're a bit frustrated because they're not sure what you're doing, because you just suddenly stop. And they're going to have to go around you. So that's going to be serious, because you should be checking your mirrors and telling people at that point that you're stopping. So it's understanding what's a minor fault and what's a serious and what's a dangerous. Now, also something to consider is if you keep doing minor faults, where it's a driving fault. So I gave that example a few seconds ago about stalling. If you keep stalling on your driving test, then that fault's going to become a recurring fault, which becomes a serious eventually. So if you stall moving off, stall at a junction, stall at a roundabout, stall giving way, it's like 4 faults you've done the same sort of thing. So that's going to become a serious for a recurring fault going past 3. So bear this in mind. I mean, obviously you're not going to do these things because you should be quite good at your clutch, or if you use an automatic, it shouldn't be affecting you. But it's the same sort of thing if you're going to use an automatic and you come to a junction and you don't do a right left, you don't give effective observations, and you shoot out, no one's there, you're going to get a fault. If you keep repeating that, you're going to get a serious eventually. And same on a roundabout. You come to a roundabout and you see a car coming around, I'll just chance that one, get ahead of them. It's a fault for not giving way to that car coming round. Yeah, obviously if they're on the other side of the roundabout, that's not going to affect you. But once they pass that exit before you, you should be giving way to them, shouldn't you, if they're coming your way. So hopefully this will give you a good idea of faults on the driving test. It's just a couple of examples to help you. If it does, fantastic. And be safe on the roads. Keep practicing. Stop making silly mistakes. Keep it all safe. Take care.